Last night it turned into what looked like an embarrassment, a demolition job, and a complete battering of West Ham United by Newcastle. So I'm going to run through the game and my thoughts, and then what David Moyes has said in his post-match interview. And trust me, you won't want to miss that. Hope you are all well. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. 5-1 last night. Tough one to take in the end, because I think for stages of the game, I thought we were in it. At 2-1, I thought we were well in the game. And of course, we started off quite nicely. Jarrod Bowen zipped down that right-hand side. We had a couple of chances. It was probably one of our best starts to a Premier League game in a long time. But then the two goals came, which were completely avoidable. You know, if I just run through the goals, you've got the first one, Kera, what are you doing to send that out for a corner? And the marking is absolutely unforgivable. What are we doing? Why are we letting Callum Wilson, there's lone striker, roam around the box and then head it in 5 yards of space? Absolutely disgusting. And then you've got the third goal, completely sleeping just after half time. You know, the fourth goal, what are we doing there as well? And then the fourth goal is Fabianski. Sorry, what are we doing there? Just what is Fabianski doing there? And then the fifth one to finish things off, to put the cherry on the cake of a perfect away performance for Newcastle. Now to sort of run through it a bit more then, and then we got that second, we got that goal to make it 2-1 after they scored their first two, and we were in the game. I thought we played quite well with that sort of, and we didn't really want the halftime whistle to come. And looking back on it now, we definitely didn't, because just 21 seconds after the restart, we conceded a third goal to finish us off. I thought that did us. That knocked the wind completely out of our sails. That finished us off, and then the second two were just in the end, weren't they? It just added to the embarrassment in the end. And last night wasn't the worst performance of the season by far. It's actually one of the best, which is the ironic thing about it. But the defensive and individual errors were shocking, absolutely shocking. Most of it was schoolboy stuff. You'll see it at your local park. We got the basics wrong. We got the basics completely wrong last night. Whether it was from marking to keeping an offside line to just everything about it. We got the basics wrong last night, and that completely cost us. And then the substitutions came. 4 substitutions. We were like, crikey, you're right, Dave? Until we realised it was 4 like-for-like substitutions. And we sort of knew what they were. Cornet came on for Ben Rama, which, to be fair, I thought was probably the right decision. Souček came off for Downs, probably the right decision, although I wouldn't have done that exact substitution. Ings came on for Antonio. Sufal came on for Kera as well. So I just want to pick up on the Ings and Antonio situation here, because I don't think it's a coincidence that we played a lot better tonight, last night, and we had Antonio up front, because Antonio suits the system that we're trying to play. Trying to hoof it up and hold the ball up, and he's got that bit of pace to get the ball and go. I thought Antonio was very good last night, and he was hooked off to bring on Danny Ings, where we knew what was going to happen. We could all see it. All attacking threats sort of halted, because he's not a hold-up one-man striker. When is Moyes going to realise this? When is Moyes going to realise that Danny Ings cannot play in the system that we're playing? Why didn't he just take Souček off and bring Danny Ings on at 2-1 to go for it, have a 2-man up front? And if we would have lost 3-1, then we would have went, you know what, fair enough, Moyes, you went for it. But no, he went for the safe option again. And it was more, sort of, let's consolidate, and let's not try and lose by too many here, and make these changes. But it did the complete opposite effect. And I know David Moyes can't, he can't dictate and handle how Fabianski comes out and does that howler, how Kera heads it straight out for a corner leading to a goal, etc., 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 etc. I know that, but it's still the substitutions that admitted defeat. It was 3-1, and if we would have got a goal with 10-15 minutes to go, we were well in the game. The crowd would have got up. We would have had a good go at them. But no, we sort of admitted defeat then, and attacking threat just stopped when Danny Ings came on. I know it's not his fault, but why is Moyes persisting on doing it every single week? Because it just completely killed us. And then for him to come out in his post-match interview, he doesn't help himself, David Moyes, because he stands there resolutely, and he made the changes, but he probably made the wrong changes for us to go on and try and get a draw or win the football match. He comes out in his press conference, bangs the Europe drum a bit. It's been good, yeah, whatever. We've heard that for months. And then he sort of goes, the atmosphere was okay last night. Yeah, it was good. And it sort of fed through to the fans, which I thought was probably right. Fed through to the players, which I thought was probably right. And then he said, now we need the fans to stand up and be true supporters. What? Be true supporters, Dave. This is the only industry in the world where you'll get 60,000 people turn up every single week and pay their money to watch something that's not entertainment. Because this season it's been dreadful. We've got one of the most loyal fan bases in this whole league. We sell out every single away game with high points. Every single time our fans are there, whether it's in the middle of Denmark in Europe, whether it's in Bucharest, whether it's been wherever it is, our fans have been there and they've turned up in their numbers and supported this team. So don't you dare for a second try and put any of this blame on the fans, because the fans have done absolutely nothing wrong. They've been the one shining light through this season because we've consistently turned up, we've made noise, we've supported the team, and David Moyes and West Ham are at risk of losing that now, because the complete disrespect and the complete audacity for Moyes to stand there and tell us to be true supporters is baffling. We're the ones that pump the money into this football club. We pay your wages, David Moyes, and all these players. We turn up every single week and support this team, which you keep banging on about we need to do, support the team. We support the team and we get this back. It's a complete kick in the teeth. And Moyes does not help himself by these comments, and it's riled up the fan base even more than I thought it probably already was, and I didn't think that was possible. We're the ones that put the money into this football club. We're going to be here a long time after you, David Moyes, and most people have been here a long time before you. So don't you dare try and question the loyalty and the supporter ethic in this fan base, because it's absolutely brilliant. We turn up to every away game, we sell it out, we make a noise, we support the team, and you're at risk of losing that. Why on earth are you saying that? Why are you trying to lay the blame on the players? Why don't you either walk, or because the board obviously aren't going to sack you, are you? Because you're quite good mates with all of them, so the board aren't going to sack you. So why don't you have the dignity to walk, David Moyes? Because you can see the way it's going. It was a poor performance, but we got the result on Sunday. But we're not going to play many more sides this season as poor as Southampton. And we got shown that last night, because Newcastle were a well-drilled, a very good side, and in the end they completely battered us. And in the second half, their class came through. They completely battered us. The stands were emptying, and they just kept on going, and we didn't have any answer to it. So that's what happens when a good team turns up to London Stadium. Everyone going on Twitter, the fortress of London Stadium. It's not a fortress. And we got shown by a good team last night who played good football, a well-drilled side, how bad of a football team we are. We got shown that last night. David Moyes got shown up, and the players got completely shown up. We're not going to play a side as poor as Southampton again, so we can't rely on that to keep us up. We're in big, big trouble. I think we're now on level points or just above that relegation zone. We've still got one game in hand, but that's against Man City. And if anyone thinks we're getting anything from that, well, I don't know what world you're living in. So we can completely discard that game, I think, because we're not going to get anything there. That levels the games up. We've got games left against Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, Leeds and Leicester. Those 4 games are must-win games. If we win those 4 games, which I don't think we'll win all of them, but if we can win the vast majority of them and pick up points in every single one, I think it might be enough to stay up. But if we start dropping points in those games, I can't see us getting points from the Man Uniteds, from the Liverpools, from the whatever teams we've got left, because we got shown up last night, and David Moyes completely diverts the issue away from his tactics, his substitutions, and the defensive errors, and he lays the blame straight back onto the fans. Why are you telling us to be true supporters? We turn up every single week. We pay our money. We pay your wages. Have a bit of respect. We'll be here a long time after you, David Moyes. Just honestly, it's baffling. It's absolutely baffling. Put your thoughts into the comment section down below. Moyes' admissions keep on coming, and he's living in Cloud Cuckoo Land, isn't he? He is honestly living in Cloud Cuckoo Land. I don't know what he's watching, what he's seeing, or where he gets the sort of dignity to try and blame this on the fans. Where does he get the sheer audacity from to blame this on the fans? I just can't see it. And he's completely putting his 2 fingers up to the fans, going, you know what, we need you to support better. Be a true supporter. Do one, Dave. Honestly, it's a complete lack of respect. And the board is still going to sit here and not sack him. And we're now, what is it, 10 games to go? We've got some very difficult games left. It's not looking good at all, is it? as I said, we're not going to play teams as bad as Southampton every single week and win. So we're either going to have to step up, or there's only one way we're going. Thank you very much indeed, everybody, for watching. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you're new. Defensive errors undone us last night, despite a good performance, but a good team showed us last night. You know, they oozed class, and they showed us what a poor and how we folded, and what a poor football team we are. Thank you very much from me. Come on, you irons, and we'll see you soon right here on West Ham Unofficial. Moyes out, please, please. See you soon. Bye bye.